What is up, you guys? This is MegaDrive Adam here, and I thought I'd do another collection video. I feel like I'm long overdue for another collection video. This time is on my movies and anime collection, whether they be on DVD, Blu-ray, or VHS. This is all the movies and/or anime that I actually own on DVD, Blu-ray, and VHS. So let's get started with the DVDs first, then we'll do the VHSs, and then we'll save the Blu-rays for last, with the exception of one 4K Blu-ray release. Let's get this bad boy out of the way. First anime that I actually have on DVD is the Neon Genesis complete set. Now, I bought this set in around September 2020, which was a couple months ago. I bought this set. This set ended up costing me around $100 and something. These DVDs have been out of print for years. So if you find this complete set, the perfect collection of the Neon Genesis anime, you're gonna have to pay a little bit for it. You're gonna have to pay like an arm and a leg for it. But yeah, I got Neon Genesis, the complete collection on DVD, or the perfect collection. I know they had the series on Blu-ray too, but if you look up Neon Genesis on Blu-ray, you're not going to find the actual series. You're going to find the movies on here. And when I mean movies, I don't mean the Death and Rebirth and the End of Evangelion. I'm not talking about those movies. I'm talking about the rebuilt movies, which the fourth one I hear is supposed to be coming out at around summer of this year. But yeah, but Neon Genesis Evangelion is a classic series, and surprisingly, the manga actually ran from 1994 to 2013. So the manga ran for nearly 20 years compared to the anime, which only lasted for like a few months, running from 1995 to 1996. But yeah, Neon Genesis is an amazing anime. I know when I first saw this anime, I wasn't really big on it at first because I saw it on Netflix, but if you do find a way to watch it, I recommend watching. I watched this show Japanese subbed. So yeah, Neon Genesis is great. Next we got is an actual movie. This is Big League. Big League was okay. Actually, no, I don't think I've ever seen it. I only got it for a couple bucks. It was cheap. It was a DVD. Then we got Superman the movie, the all-time classic. I gotta see it again. I haven't seen it in years. My steel copy of another anime series. This is actually, yeah. Before I go on, you might know that I might not own the complete set of a certain show on DVD. It's just random anime DVDs that I found at Goodwill for like $2 to $3. But this is the Macross, or sometimes known as Robotech. Another anime movie. This is another anime, but this is an anime movie. This is Wicked City. I gotta rewatch Wicked City again. This is actually a pretty decent movie from the 80s. So yeah, Wicked City's pretty good. Orphan. I have not seen it, but I gotta get around to watching it. Dot Hack, Legend of the Twilight. Haven't seen it. The Rurouni Kenshin movie. I'm started to rewatch the actual Rurouni Kenshin series, the anime. The anime is awesome. The Rurouni Kenshin anime is amazing. The series, I mean, the TV series. I gotta get around to getting the manga. I do plan on buying the complete set of the manga sometime next month, hopefully. Ghost in the Shell Complex. You might know about this one because VGL talked about it. He's seen the show and have yet to see it. I've seen the movie. The movie's awesome. Power Stone. This is another random anime DVD. I have not seen the whole series, but what I have seen of the Power Stone anime, I don't really like it. Master Keaton, which I have still yet to see. Now, this is a PlayStation 2 disc. This is actually a non-anime. This is actually a Disney movie, Dinosaurs. Dinosaurs, this was a movie that my brother and I used to enjoy when we were kids many years ago. Have not seen that movie in ages. Then we get to another anime series. This is GTO. Starting off, this is Great Teacher Onizuka. Basically, that's the full name of the anime. GTO is an amazing anime. I love this show. This show is hilarious. So this is volume 1 of the anime. This is GTO volume 1, which is titled Great Onizuka. Then this one's volume 2. This one is The Bully. And I have seen all these already. This is an amazing show. The English dub was really, surprisingly, really good. And the Japanese sub was actually really decent, too. Then this is Volume 3. This is Outcast. I was watching this series on the PS2 when I had nothing else to do. Well, especially if you're in the pandemic, you got nothing else to do. Hey, why not watch an anime that has been on your list to watch for quite some time? This is Volume 4, The Test. And then this is volume 5, Betrayal. This is Volume 6, which is Holy Forest. The Holy Forest. Then this is Volume 7. This is Showbiz. Then this is Volume 8, Transformations. Volume 9, Field Trips. And this is Volume 10, Accusations. I believe that's almost called. Now, I couldn't watch the rest of the DVDs because they were scratched. They were getting scratched on my PlayStation 2. So I had to resort watching the rest of the series on Tubi. And it was alright watching on Tubi, even though it's the Japanese subbed version, even already after I've been used to watching Steve Bloom as Onizuka and what have you. But the Japanese actors are alright. Then this is, I forget what this one's called. This is the Legend of Tatsukami or something like that. I can't pronounce this one correctly, but I got it for really cheap. Have not seen it, but it was really cheap. Then we got another Orphan DVD. This is Orphan again. Then this is Dragon Ball Z, the movie, The World's Strongest. This is actually the Ocean dub version of The World's Strongest. You know, the one that aired on Toonami many years ago on Cartoon Network. So this might be like the censored version of it. But yeah, I only got it because, I'm a fan of Dragon Ball Z. That's been one of my favorite animes as a kid for many years. And I eventually got around to getting the manga, the complete set of the manga. The manga is pretty good. But there are some differences from the anime to manga. Like, in the manga, King Kai is known as the Lord of Worlds. And the hyperbolic time chamber in the manga is called the training room of spirit and time, or something like that. I'm supposed to be starting Volume 18 tomorrow, but anyway, this is also Dragon Ball Z, Tree of Might, and Lord Slug the movie. This is the Steelbook edition. I gotta get the Broly movies on Blu-ray, which I will get it, especially Super Broly. That one was sick. Anyways, next one up is The Loud House. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. When I first saw The Loud House, I really loved this show because it was actually one of the few Nickelodeon shows that was actually one of the best shows they had in a long time, compared to shows that came out before this that were just flat out fucking shitty, dude. But this was actually a pretty good show. Unfortunately, after a while, I kind of lost interest in The Loud House. So whenever I hear a new episode come on now, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Because why? Because it's not a bad show. It's just the formula is basically the same shit every episode. Is that one of the Loud kids realized they fucked up on something, and as soon as they acknowledge their fuck up, that it hurt their friends or family or whatever the fuck, they say, look, listen, I'm sorry, I should have not done that. I should have asked you for this or that. Would you ever please forgive me? And then they learn a moral story at the end of the day, and then that's the whole episode, basically. It's not a bad show, but that formula gets really old after a while, mainly because it's a slice of life kind of show. But if you do get a chance, probably watch it. Me, I really kind of lost interest in this show after a while, so yeah. I'm not really into that show as much anymore. Besides, I watch mostly anime nowadays, so yeah. But don't get me wrong, this is still a good show. This is still way better than what they have on Nick nowadays, so yeah. Next one we got is Kim Possible, the Not So Drama movie. I also got a confession to make with this too. I wasn't really much of a Disney Channel kid when I was a kid. I was mostly more of a Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon kind of kid back in the day. But what I did watch from Disney Channel, they actually had some pretty solid shows. Like, this was one of them. This show, American Dragon Jake Long, the Lilo and Stitch show, those Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Phil of the Future, and some other shows. There were some shows that were actually really good, and then also back in those times too, there was actually some shows from there that I actually don't really care for. Like, I'm sorry to say this for some of you That's So Raven fans, I wasn't really a big fan of that show back in the day. Even as a kid, I didn't hate it. I was just like, it wasn't really my thing at the time. And also another show I didn't really care for that they had on was Brandy and Mr. Whiskers and The Buzz on Mackie. Those shows I never really liked, to be quite honest. But anyway, back to this. I gotta probably rewatch this again. It's been so long, but Kim Possible was an awesome show from what I've remembered. The next one we got. This is a childhood favorite of mine. This is Spider-Man 2, and I also own this on Blu-ray as well, so you might see it again on my Blu-rays. But Spider-Man 2 was such a phenomenal movie when I was a kid. And good news is that for those of you Spider-Man fans out there, especially the Remy movie fans out there, is that Alfred Molina is coming back as Doc Ock, you know, in the new Spider-Man MCU movie. By then, the pandemic should be over. Hopefully, by then. I mean, hell, everybody's getting vaccinated, so it should already be good to go by then for Christmas 2021. Even though that's a long ways away. But anyway, Spider-Man 2. What can I say about this movie that hasn't already been said? All-time classic. My favorite movie out of the Raimi trilogies. Yeah, there's some parts of the movie that didn't age very well. But despite that, I still fucking love this movie. This movie is amazing. Way better than Spider-Man 3. But yeah, Spider-Man 2 is an all-time classic. Next one we got is Plastic Little. I saw this anime OVA, and you know what? Or movie, whatever. You know what? I don't really like it. And not to mention, there's this one scene where all the underage characters are like naked in like some kind of jacuzzi from what I can remember. After watching that shit, I got really uncomfortable by it. And I was like, ew. And I don't ever want to see that again. I honestly don't think this was this great of a OVA, so yeah. Yeah, sure, the animation may be nice, but I just didn't really like the OVA movie a whole lot. Then we got the first 5 episodes of the 87 Ninja Turtles movie. I mean, not Ninja Turtles movie, the Ninja Turtles series. And all I gotta say, this is a good-ass show. Oh, the first 5 episodes, you know, for season 1 are pretty good. Seasons 2 and 3, although not terrible, according to Biohunter vlogs, I mean, they're alright. They're just too damn corny compared to the first 5 episodes, you know what I mean? Yeah, like seasons 2 through 7 weren't the best, but they had some episodes that I actually thought were okay. And then there's some episodes from there I just think, like, yeah. And then next one we got is, of course, the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. This was like one of the best Ninja Turtle movies of all time. Definitely recommend watching it if you're a Ninja Turtles fan. And unlike the 87 cartoon, this one actually stays true to the comics. Like, you know, in the comics, Splinter was always a rat who got a hold of mutant gene that made him grow. So Splinter was always a rat in the Mirage comics. But in the 87 cartoon, they made him into he was a human in the 87 cartoon. He was once Hamato Yoshi, and then when he got in contact with a rat, and then got into contact with mutagen, then he became a rat. Yeah, personally, I never really liked that change of the 87 cartoon. I never really liked that change. I always kind of preferred the storyline where he was always a rat. Not to mention, it was kind of dark too in some areas, but yeah. The Ninja Turtles movie from 1990. Awesome movie to watch, like on movie night. Fuck yeah. Then we got 8 Crazy Nights. I know what y'all gonna say. I know this movie gets a bad rep nowadays, but I'm not gonna lie. This movie is a guilty pleasure of mine. I actually really like this movie. I don't give a fuck what all y'all say. I think this has gotta be one of the most overlooked Adam Sandler movies in my personal opinion. Yeah, the humor of it hasn't aged all that great, but it's still a pretty decent movie to watch every now and again around Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever the fuck you celebrate. Then we got an Animage. This was actually given to me by my stepdad. I have still yet to see these. I will get around to watching them one of these days. Then we got Devil Hunter Yoko, the OVA. This came out between... These OVA episodes came out like a year from each other. Between 1990 to 1995. And all I gotta say, man, is that when I first saw this OVA, I thought it was really good at the time. I actually really enjoyed it for whatever reason. Then I started rewatching them again, and then I was like, what the fuck is this shit? But if you're gonna watch this fucking shitty OVA, do not watch the English dub. The English dub for this is fucking horrible. So don't watch the English dub of those OVAs. And of course, I got number 2, which has episodes 4, 5, and 6. With episode 4 technically not being an actual episode, so technically there's 5 episodes. I know technically there's 5 episodes. 4 ever is actually not an actual episode. It's basically a music video with compilations and artworks of the characters, and you know what? Don't even bother watching that. So yeah, I actually don't really like the OVAs now, at least. Then we got Hellsing. Then we have Tropic Thunder. Haven't seen this shit in a while. I gotta watch this movie again. This movie was funny. This movie was great. Then we got Cyborg 009. This is actually been opened. It has the cards and shit. I have yet to see this show. But I believe this is also a remake that also aired on Toonami like way back when it was on Cartoon Network. Then we got Cyberbuster Tokyo 2040. Haven't seen it. The 2004 Appleseeds movie. Whatever you do, guys, do not watch this movie. This movie is a piece of shit. I remember I only watched a little bit of it and I turned it off afterwards because it was just fucking boring, dude. This movie was boring as shit, dude. So yeah, the 2004 Appleseeds movie, I only got it for $10 and I think it sucks. Don't waste your time on that shitty ass 2004 Appleseeds. Watch the 1988 one because it has more traditional animation. Then we got The Simpsons, the complete first season. That's pretty good. Watchmen, which I still have yet to see. I gotta watch it. Heard many good things about it, so we'll definitely give it a watch one of these days. The Rise and the NWO Revolution. That's pretty good. Then we got Sabandeka, which is apparently this was supposed to be like Kill la Kill before. No, not Kill la Kill. It's like Kill la Kill, but before Kill la Kill was even a thing. Like this came out in 1991, I would say. Okay, so it's very similar to Kill la Kill, but it came out way before that anime, from what I heard apparently. And then there's Biohunter, which I've seen this show and this movie. This is what I think of it. It's garbage. I don't like this movie. I honestly don't. I don't really like this movie a whole lot. I saw it and it's not very good. I recommend you stick with either Wicked City or Ninja Scroll. Those are way better than that. Then there's Big O, which I still have yet to see. I am going to get around to watching it once I'm done with Demon Slayer. Once I watch Demon Slayer, I'm going to get around to watching Big O. And seasons 1 and 2 have 13 episodes each, so I can get all them shits done within a day or two. Then we got Betrayal, I believe this one's called. Haven't seen it. Afro Samurai is fucking awesome. You bet that's an awesome fucking movie. Awesome fucking show. Another Orphan, which I haven't seen it. Then this is Neoranga. Have yet to see that. Then this is Vandred, the second stage. Then this is Rune Solar Volume 1. Have yet to see this. Let me know what this anime is like, because I have not gone around to seeing it. I don't know what this show's like. Maybe I'll get around to watching it. Then there's Agent Sama, Agent Sodom, or whatever the fuck this one's called. Haven't seen it. This is Universe from, History Channel. And of course, I gotta bring up these motherfuckers. This is Yu Yu Hakusho, but this is Volume 1. This is Volume 1 of Yu Yu Hakusho. Then also Volume 2. And then this is Volume 23, which has episodes 79 to 82. Still sealed. I do want to get the anime on Blu-ray, so I'm planning on buying the Blu-ray of it. And not to mention, if you've seen my pickup video I did the other night, or the other day, I actually got around to reading the manga. From what I read of the manga, I read 2 volumes. I just got finished reading Volume 2. All I gotta say, Volume 2, the Yu Yu Hakusho manga, from what I've read, is pretty good. And there's actually arcs in the manga that's not present in the anime, so... yeah, definitely, if you're a manga reader, I recommend you check out Yu Yu Hakusho. The manga's pretty decent. And then we got the Chappelle Show. This is the complete box set of the Chappelle Show. It was a good show. This was one of my favorite Comedy Central shows of all time. Definitely check this one out, man. Dave Chappelle is fucking hilarious. I love that guy. I love that guy, dude. Seriously. Alright, then the next one we got is Galaxy Rangers. Haven't seen it. Alright, we'll get these motherfuckers out here. Then we got My Name is Earl. Nacho Libre. I gotta see this movie again. This movie's fucking hilarious. Killjoy. I only picked it up at Goodwill for $5. It was really cheap. The Rise and Fall ECW. This is an awesome DVD. If you were a fan of ECW back in the day, if you want to know the history of ECW, then I recommend this DVD. It covers from the beginning to the more controversial moment of their history, which was the fucking New Jack versus that fat teenager from 1996. Yeah, the New Jack incident. Then we got Breaking Bad, the complete second season. Have not seen it. Have not seen the show, so I don't know what it's like. Neon Genesis, I believe this is like the uncut episode, the director's cut of episodes 24 to 26, if I'm not mistaken. And also another one, the uncut, never before seen footage. Labyrinth, which I hear is really good. One of the best movies from the 80s, which I gotta see. Then we got Robot Chicken, Season 3. I still have it to this very day. The Scorpion King. I was looking for this the other day because I was planning on watching this movie. The first Scorpion King is the only one you gotta watch. Even though it got panned back in 2002, I still really enjoy this movie. This movie is fucking awesome. Definitely check that shit out. Really good shit. Love The Scorpion King. Now we get to the rest of our DVDs here. Let me get them some bitches here. Alright. We got Jason Goes to Hell. That was pretty good. Jackass number 2 is fucking funny. I love that shit. Blue Jenner, which I've still yet to see. I gotta see that shit. I heard it's really good. Die Guard. Have not seen it. The original Mobile Suit Gundam, which I bought for like a couple dollars. I bought for $3. I need to get the complete set of that. Vampire Princess Mysteries. Still sealed. Haven't seen it. Pilot Candidate. Don't know what this one's like. Rugrats Decade in Diapers, which, you know, I haven't seen Rugrats in years. And crazy to think that in August of this year, Rugrats, August 11th, 2021, Rugrats will be 30 years old. Which, even hearing that makes me feel like I'm an old motherfucker. Then we got Dead Silence. Be Kind Rewind from Jack Black. With Jack Black and Danny Glover. 8 Mile, the Eminem movie. And The Grudge. And then now we get to some Dragon Ball Z DVDs. And then we'll get to the Blu-rays soon. We got Dragon Ball Z Perfect Cell versus Temptations. Dragon Ball Z Perfect Cell The Unstoppable. Dragon Ball Z Cell Hunt for 18. Dragon Ball Z Cell Games Surrender. Dragon Ball Z Kid Buu versus Prince Vegeta. This is actually the earlier Funimation dub with the Bruce Falconer music, and has the cast of Sean Shamel as Goku and Chris Sabat as, you know, Yamcha, Piccolo, and the like. Kid Buu, Vegeta's plea. and Kid Buu Regression. Then, of course, this is actually an Ocean dub release. This is the Ocean dub release of Dragon Ball Z, the early Ocean dub, the one that was syndicated for television before Toonami, basically. So you don't hear Sean Shamel, instead you hear Kirby Morrow or whoever the fuck played him at the time. So yeah. And now, but yeah, Dragon Ball. I picked this up for $7. No, $8. This DVD is actually kind of hard to find. You can't. I can barely find this anywhere. This is mainly part of the uncommon side, but yeah, Dragon Ball Z. Now let's get to our Blu-rays. Okay, first up we have on Blu-rays Redline, Family Guy, Something Something Dark Side. Notorious, which I got for $5 at Big Lots in 2015. Ghostbusters, amazing movie from the 80s. And also if you're a big Ghostbusters fan, I highly recommend you watch the first 78 episodes of the real Ghostbusters, you know, the Deke cartoon from 1986, you know, where it had Lorenzo Music as Peter Venkman, Arsenio Hall as Winston, and fucking Laura Summers as Janine. And I don't recommend watching any other episodes after 78 where they replace some of the actors. You know, they replaced Lorenzo Music with Dave Coulier of all fucking people. Basically, they replaced Garfield with Uncle Joey from Full House. I'm like, what the fuck? But anyway, I mean, don't get me wrong. Dave Coulier tried with Peter Venkman. He really tried, but he just wasn't as good as Lorenzo Music. Let's be fucking honest, bro. Let's be fucking honest. Dave Coulier as Peter Venkman was nowhere near as amazing as Lorenzo fucking Music as Peter Venkman, but I digress. Anyway, moving on, we got Freddy vs. Jason. Like Water for Chocolate, which is still sealed. Haven't seen it. Punisher Warzone, that was pretty good. Conan the Barbarian, a little fun fact about Conan the Barbarian. For you Samurai Jack fans out there, Miko, whatever the hell his name was, who was the voice of Aku from Samurai Jack, was actually the narrator for Conan the Barbarian. So yeah. For those of you Samurai Jack fans out there, that's one thing you gotta know about it. Aku was actually the narrator for Conan the Barbarian. And then, of course, there's Conan the Destroyer. The funny thing is, Conan the Barbarian was rated R, the first movie, but this one's rated PG. I don't get why the rating changed, but whatever, I guess. Dead Space Downfall. Dante's Inferno. Terminator 2 was fucking awesome. I have the first one on VHS, if you've seen my pickup video as well. Ratatouille. Pulp Fiction, my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie of all time. This movie is awesome. This movie is fucking amazing. In fact, let me just scratch this real quick. Let me scratch my neck. Here's another fun fact for you Samurai Jack fans out there. Phil Lamar, the voice of Samurai Jack, is actually what's his name in the movie, you know, with John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson, where he's all like, you know, I gotta see this movie again. This movie is amazing. I love Pulp Fiction. My favorite Quentin Tarantino movie of all time. See this shit. If you have a Blu-ray player, you need to get this as your first Blu-ray. Honest to God. Then we got Hangover Part 2. I gotta see this one again, too. This movie is funny. King Kong vs. Godzilla. I can't wait for the remake. I can't wait for the Godzilla vs. King Kong movie that's coming on HBO Max. Definitely gonna watch that when it comes out. For sure. Hopefully. Sorcerer and the White Snake. Still have yet to see it. I Am Legend. I gotta see this one again too. This one was great. Cowboy Bebop, the complete series. I love this anime. I gotta get the manga. I definitely gotta get around to buying the manga, but the anime is great. I love the Cowboy Bebop anime. It's so good. Superbad, funny ass movie. I love Superbad. The Predator Triple Pack, which had Predators 1, 2, and Predators from 2010. I heard the 2018 Predators wasn't very good, so I might have to give that a watch. Epic. Batman 89, you know, the first Tim Burton Batman movie. This was awesome. Same with Batman Returns. That was also pretty awesome. and The Dark Knight, which is also equally amazing. Then I got the first Remy Spider-Man movie. That was pretty good. I gotta get it on VHS as well and DVD. I want to own that movie, as many releases of the movie as possible. I mean, come on. If Alfred Molina is coming back for Spider-Man 2, for Spider-Man, the third MCU Spider-Man movie, then Tobey Maguire has to come back as Peter Parker, like one of the alternate timeline versions of Peter Parker. No questions asked. Of course, Spider-Man 2, like I said before, amazing movie. Then we got Avengers End Game, my only MCU movie that I actually own on Blu-ray. This movie is amazing. I love Avengers End Game. Awesome movie. Akira, awesome anime movie. Outlaw Star, also an awesome anime. I gotta rewatch the show again. This is really good. I love Outlaw Star. And Joker. This is my only 4K Blu-ray I own of the movie. Now we get to our VHS, or what we have of our VHS collection. Toy Story, Return of Jafar, the original Aladdin, which this movie actually holds up very well. This is actually a lot better than the 2019 remake. That remake sucked dick. Fuck that movie. Then this is actually a VHS tape of Toonami when it was on Cartoon Network many years ago. It has an episode of Batman the Animated Series. It has an episode of Dragon Ball and an episode of Dragon Ball Z. I gotta buy more pre-recorded VHS tapes like this to relive my childhood nostalgia, man. Toonami will always have a big part in my childhood, man. If it wasn't for Toonami and Dragon Ball Z and the like, then I would have never gotten into anime like I am now. I love fucking anime. And I'm starting to get into manga now, too. Manga's pretty good. Then the next one we got is Terminator 1 on VHS. I did own this on Blu-ray at one time, but I let my brother borrow it once, and truth be told, I never saw that Blu-ray again. But it's cool, I got it on VHS now, so yeah. On VHS, it's pretty good. Back to the Future Part 3. Batman Forever, which I actually don't think is as bad as what most people make it out to be. I don't know. I actually really like this Batman movie. It's not bad. I actually really like it. At least it's better than this movie, Batman and Robin. This is the Spanish subtitled version. The movie's still in English, but for some reason it has Spanish subtitles. I don't know why. But, yeah. Then we got our last couple of VHSs we got All Grown Up on VHS. I only bought this because I wanted to relive my childhood memories of Rugrats, by the time when I first saw the special on VHS many years ago as well. And the crazy thing is, this special, just like Rugrats, having its big anniversary in August, this episode will be 20 years old in July 2021. And I feel really old by saying this, man. This episode will be 20 years old this year. And I'm like, holy shit, dude. But yeah. And our last VHSs we have is actually the Unaltered Star Wars Trilogy from 1995. This is one of the few releases of the Unaltered Trilogy. You can actually still see the Unaltered Trilogy, either be on VHS or the bonus discs that are on the special edition DVDs in 2004. But anyway, I bought this for roughly around $15. The Unaltered Trilogy. I wanted to see the Unaltered Trilogy because God forbid we watch the special edition versions where they added a lot of CGI and fucking shit that doesn't make it look nearly as realistic in some areas. But yeah. Anyways, you guys, this is basically all my movies, my movie collection, my whether it be my movie/anime collection, whether it be on DVD, Blu-ray, and VHS. And then basically, guys, that's all I have to show off of my movie/anime collection. This has been MegaDrive Adam signing out. Peace the fuck out, guys, and have a good rest of your night. Peace.